Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of January 6th. This is for Cancer. Cancer, we are in full Capricorn mode. We just had that full moon in your sign over the weekend. Today is technically the Epiphany. It's when the wise men finally showed up to the, where was he? A manger. But it's also, there's another holiday, and I believe it's a Mediterranean tradition, where people who really put together all of the seasonal holidays the last few weeks, this is their day that they finally get to rest. So for everybody to tap into the rest of the winter time, especially here in the Northern Hemisphere, I know it's different for those down south, but so tapping into that rhythm of winter time, of really resting and reflecting on everything that we've had, because the Lunar New Year isn't technically until February 17th this year. It's really late. So we have a whole other month and a half basically to be prepping for that year of the horse to actually come in. And so we are in that cocoon for the butterfly to transform into that year. This is yet us really last things that we want to look at before it's time to move on, but also just enjoying that hibernation of the winter that we are allowed to have. We just don't need to be in the hustle bustle of things right now. That's the biggest message. But also, I'm using the Enchanted Map deck because they're very blunt and they're very Capricorn energy in that detail that we need for right now. All right, so let's see what Cancer has going on this week. Solitude reversed. Solitude reversed. And so you would think that solitude is saying to take time for yourself, but when it's reversed like this, it's also asking you to look at, is the solitude you are taking healthy? Because solitude is great, don't get me wrong, I love it, but there comes a time where if you don't have any feedback off of other people, you aren't fully living, you aren't fully in tune with the collective. And so unless you are intentionally taking a trip off into the hills to be by yourself, which I would love a writer's retreat right now, or like a Vipassana retreat, love those, but those ones are not technically in solitude. There's a bunch of people there. Cancer, you just want to make sure, are you getting solitude in a way that is healthy, or are you in need of working something out? Because if you are ruminating on something in your head, it might be beneficial to speak to somebody. If not, if you are having direct relation issues with a boss or a partner or a family member, getting a third party perspective might be more helpful than direct confrontation, or a specialist, whoever you need to speak to, Cancer, because solitude is great, but there is a time where it gets to be like you're in your own echo chamber. Yeah? You have encouragement reversed. Because that's the thing, is maybe if you talk to somebody, they will be like, what are you doing? But also, it's just a thing. So Cancer, are you feeling lonely because you are in a place where you don't feel like you're relating to the people around you because they are not very encouraging? Cancer, this is, finding outside perspectives or changing perspective, even if it's, when people are in an argument and somebody goes off because they need to take a walk and they need to walk it off. When they go walk it off, they're walking and they're getting a different perspective shift. They might be ruminating, sure, but they're getting out of that scenario so that they can get a different perspective. You go to a third party or a counselor to get outside perspective, because that's where your encouragement will come in, because it might be that the people that you are communicating with are not giving you healthy feedback, and that might be why you are choosing solitude, is that you're not getting healthy feedback, and then you're in this loop. It's not a healthy loop that we're in where it gets out of it. The Mountain, upside down. All of your cards were reversed, Cancer. I don't know what the fuck's going on with you. But anyways, Mountain reversed is saying that you might have this obstacle in your way, but you cannot see it. You are not seeing it. So I am again encourage you, Cancer, get a third party perspective. And it may be like outside person, like talk to somebody completely removed from a situation, which yeah, wouldn't be family, friends, or coworkers. It would be like, somebody completely external from whatever situation you are in. It might have to be a specialist, like a therapist or a counselor, or yeah, just a friend that is very removed from your main group of people. Yeah, there's that. That's interesting. Cancer. My hope for you this week is that you do find your outlets, your proper outlets for your energy, and so that you can figure out whatever this obstacle is going on, right? All right, Cancer, that's what I have for you. Happy Epiphany, I guess, and I'll see you next week. Bye.